All right, our racers are off. And it looks like both of our racers have favorable picks for their first stage here. Flash and Bubble being pretty ideal. So I'm really glad about that. That means no resetting, no figuring out, where potential problem stages will be. So no potential advantages or disadvantages. The only thing we can, maybe tell by the end of this stage is if somebody gets an item, maybe someone will have an advantage. But this is a really good start so far. I'm liking it. Oh, and that is some serious orange water.
We
likes
joke
orange
about the
water?
Fanta Falls.
Who likes orange water? Squid likes orange water. Ren doubling back for that extra life. He might need it. He's a little bit low on health here, and these crabs are not being very friendly. At least they're not Buster immune.
Oh, robot chickens, yes! There are atomic cocks flying across the screen.
Couldn't have wished for anything better in our first stage. We've got underwater fowl.
And a slow-burning heat man for Dagit. All he has is the Buster to work with.
Yeah, this is another boss that in the Flash stage layout can be, or the Flash boss room layout can be a little bit tough. But Dagit handling that like a pro. Getting Twitch Blaze.
And item 3.
And a vanilla item 3 location.
Reroll the seed.
Ooh, RenHero finding Airman in bubble stage. This can be really dangerous. Airman does what we like to call Velcroing to the top of the boss chamber here. Normally, Airman is in a boss chamber that has no ceiling. When there is a ceiling, Airman sticks to it. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard to hit him sometimes, and you gotta be really careful about those spikes.
Wow. 2 pips of health. That took some skill.
Ren getting Gemini Storm and item 1 for his troubles. Guys, this is an amazing start. We've got item 1 on RenHero side, item 3 on Dagit's side. Dagit going to bubble stage, Ren going to heat. Item 1 very good in heat stage. He will still have to do Yoku's, but thankfully he will be able to get like past the midway point to the checkpoint screen and probably past those really horrible walls and the pits in the last part of the stage with item 1.
There's nothing but one big damage boost going on here.
We've got some Mega Man 1 music in the background here. This is our Wily stage music, Wily 1-2. Dagit running afoul of these birds.
Oh boy. Really flew right into that pun. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Ah.
Look what you've done. Look at what you did, Squid.
Dagit unfortunately taking a hit from that while trying to pause buffer. I think if he wouldn't have pause buffered, he actually would have been fine because the pause buffering actually has that teleport animation. And of course, your iframes were still ticking down during that animation. And I think he just didn't have the iframes he needed to get past that after the couple of pause buffers.
And it really sucks that it sticks him all the way back at the beginning.
Yeah, this is one of the most painful deaths in Mega Man 2. Dying at the very end of Bubble Stage sets you all the way back to the checkpoint room, which is where you start the underwater section. This is unfortunate for a few reasons. One, it's so far back, but also the water section itself, traveling underwater, Mega Man moves at 3/4 normal speed. So not only do you have to start all the way back there, but you are going super slow. This time, Dagit did not pause buffer his way over that gap and actually made it. So yeah, I do believe that unfortunately the pause buffering strat kind of worked against him here.
A little bit more favorable conditions for that fight.
Absolutely. Airman was a bro with that fight there. Shooting the air shooters way up towards the top of the screen there, Dagit was able to just hit him with a bunch of buster shots. Ooh, Dagit getting Crashman third. That is definitely not good news. Well, RenHero gets Quick, which is a very favorable stage here. Thankfully, Dagit's going to have item 1 and item 3, so Crash Stage should be pretty good. Pretty okay. Depends on the enemies and the elevator rooms.
Oh, not too bad. Just some of these tellies.
Oh yeah, this will be easy for Dagit to maneuver through. Meanwhile, Ren is going through this really dark laser room here. Huh. I don't know what you would call these black lasers. Oh man, there was a black lightsaber. Kind of reminds me of that.
Interesting.
The Dark Beam. Right. Yeah, I think it's owned by a Mandalorian or something. But that's a different lore and definitely not a game. Ooh, Metroid Prime. Darksaber. Ren finding Quick Boomerang being super effective against Crashman. And Dagit making good use of item 3s to climb up these ladders. Remember, again, climbing ladders is one of the slowest things you can do in Mega Man 2.
Ooh, let's see how Airman is.
Oh, this is some really awkward green skies, and it's full of birds! My god, it's full of birds! Wow! You know, crabs and fat fans were pretty bad, but birds and lagphibians are a close second.
So, chat, do you call those hot dog dispensers or toothpaste dispensers?
I mean, I just call them worms.
Oh, okay. I know, I vacillate between them.
So Dagit also finding air stage here. So we got both our runners on the same stage, having completed 3 stages. Looks like Ren probably has the advantage, considering Dagit did die at the end of Bubble here, so we will have to see how this turns out. These birds actually being kind of favorable for Dagit right now. I've been watching a little bit on his screen. When the bird leaves the screen, it actually despawns the last thing that spawned on the screen. And so it actually has despawned at least one of the spike chandeliers and one of the lagphibians.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oof. Not quite as bad a death as Bubble, but you can't let your guard down in Air Stage at all, ever. Air Stage is full of pits.
this certainly evens the tide a little bit.
Yeah, we now have a much closer race.
Ren's not going to make that same mistake again twice.
Absolutely not. All right, quick work of Woodman there, just shooting through the leaf field. Just stick your buster in and fire.
Yep, stick your buster between the leaves and fire. Oh, dang it.
Ren finding a pretty good weakness for Wood here. He found a metal actually being effective. Now, Buster is probably just as fast because Buster does 4 damage, but it looked like that Wood was doing 6 or 8, so, you know, something to keep in mind. Ren now finding Crashman stage. Having only item 1 is not going to have the advantage that Dagit had of being able to climb the ladders faster. So, this might be a little bit of an advantage to Dagit, considering Dagit did die at the, you know, the bubble, right before the bubble boss door. This could actually end up evening things out even more.
Again, these elevator sections really are not that bad, all things considered.
Yeah, and with this item 1, oh, like, elevator sections are just, yeah, they're nothing. Quickman on the Metal Man conveyor belt. Kind of an interesting fight here. Daggett trying to do a little bit of weakness hunting, really finding no good weaknesses, and going right back to his Buster. RenHero, on the other hand, having to make the long ladder climb up all these screens. And he might be saving an item 1. Oh no, he's not. Never mind. I thought he might have gone for that extra health or 1 up. I mean, like he did last time. But I think he might be comfortable with the amount of lives he has still. He did die once in air, but still comfortable with the amount of lives, I think. Ooh.
Wow. In and out.
That was an ultimate weakness. That quick boomerang did a lot of damage to Crashman. Or, sorry, was it? Yeah.
It was Bubbles.
Or Bubble Man. I was thinking the stage, not the not the boss.
Look, Squid, it's a redwood forest.
Ooh, that was a good one. Oh man, I wish I would have thought of that.
You know, my mind works like lightning. There's one bright flash and then it's all gone.
Some Mets here in that transition screen. Possibly the cutest enemy in all of Mega Man.
I know, we were talking about that earlier, wanting a stuffed Met.
Something for Crashman here is not seeming to go so... Oh, no, never mind. He did find Quick Boomerang.
Just kidding.
Just kidding! Okay, where did you find that Met pillow? And you tell me right now.
Immediately.
Immediately. I need it.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh! I'm
Ren,
not sure what
no.
happened there. I'm not sure what happened. It seemed like he simply walked off the edge.
He jumped, but not high enough.
Oh man, that is definitely not ideal here. The treehouse can be precarious, so he's got to be careful. Dagit also on Woodman stage, sticking with this crash bomb on the hot dogs. Seems to work.
What are those called? Those Jaguars, or?
I think actually they are called hot dogs.
No. Oh, really?
The enemies, yeah, I think they are called hot dogs.
Well, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that is 2% Chungus confirming canon here. 2% Chungus, 98% reference material.
Nice buster fight there at the end, picking up the Shoka axe. And there's item 2.
There is our item 2. So Daggett has heat stage left. It's a longer stage. Ren's got metal and flash left. Those are shorter stages. I hesitate to say this. I think Daggett does have a slight lead, simply because of the extra deaths Ren has taken. Daggett did take a death in Bubble, but Ren has taken 2 deaths now. 1 in wood and 1 in air. So, yeah, we are. I mean, it's still a close race, but I think Daggett might have the edge.
Not to mention, he's also going into heat with all 3 items.
True. It is a longer stage, but with all those items, it does make it a little bit easier.
Picking up an extra life for good luck.
Extra lives, always good luck.
Unless you want to intentionally game over for some reason.
Ooh, Daggett is taking a lot of damage. Okay, he is definitely deciding on that E-Tank. He does not want to start this over from the beginning. These enemies seem to be giving him quite the trouble here.
Ren is using Metal Blade and Metal Stage. Very apropos.
Ooh, Daggett finding these bunnies a little bit difficult to take out. He switched from item 1 so he could get back. Oh no, and he takes the double knockback. Oh, jeez, this race is just heating up. No? Nothing? Okay.
I was trying to think of something about flaming bunnies, and then I went to Bunsen bunnies, but that was obvious. That was a little scientific.
I love Bunsen bunnies. That's a great one. So, unfortunately, in Mega Man 2, with a lot of lag on the screen and a lot of enemies on the screen, it can cause you to be knocked back twice as far as you would normally. We call that double knockback. Daggett took this double knockback from those bunnies.
Oh my god, Chungus. No birds to provide beakers to go with them, though?
Oh, geez. My pun's burnt out. Not yet. There's still plenty of heat stage left.
Someone just needs to light a fire under his butt.
So, Flash Stage is really short. RenHero is basically almost at the end of the stage. Given that death from Daggett, yeah, our racers here are still pretty close.
Oh no, Ren getting knocked down. I don't know if he's gonna take the time to go back up or he's just gonna keep chugging through. And well, he does have 3 E-tanks, so that's not too terrible.
So he chooses to get to keep going. Looks like he is gonna get to our boss here, his last boss, just before Dagit enters Wily 1.
And Dagit being in Wily 1 means it is time yet again for the 3rd time tonight to guess the color and weakness of the upcoming Mecha Dragon. So chat, get as creative as possible with your guesses. And Squid, any thoughts?
Hot pink. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be mean and say weak to Leaf Shield.
Oof. I will guess a Starbucks Green Dragon. Weak to soy products. Or bubbles.
Dagit, just getting about halfway through our Wily 1 stage as RenHero enters Wily 1, so this race is far from over. A lot of things can happen, especially in Wily 4.
Lots of good guesses in the chat. Keep them coming. And we're about to find out here in a few seconds.
Alright, RenHero coming up to our halfway point, and Dagit coming up to our dragon. It doesn't look hot pink. Might have guessed that wrong.
It does have that Starbucks green hip.
Dagit finding Quick Boomerang being the weakness here, but it was a really short Quick Boomerang. Ren just about to our Dragon Auto-Scroller section, so these racers are still pretty close to each other.
Right, Dagit's entering Dr. Wily's server room. Gonna get out that item too, refill it a little bit. Free E-Tank. And an extra life for good luck.
Dr. Wily's servers carrying nothing on them but alternate disguises for Dr. Wily.
Somebody earlier said eyebrow pictures. Uh-oh.
Whew, Dagit taking a lot of damage going into Pico here. He might have to take an E-Tank if he can't find a favorable weakness.
Let's see how these toasters treat him. Oh no! RenHero jumped a little too late off of his item 2 and fell into the spikes.
Ren has to get more item 2 before attempting this again. Okay, luckily he did not grab the pickups. It looks like he never... So, the randomizer does have a small bug where those weapon energies will not actually spawn until you turn left. So it looks like RenHero never spawned weapon energies. Fortunate for him, he was able to pick up both of those and make his way across without having to farm for ammo.
And that is the Pico fight for Dagit.
Oh man, and Ren just behind him in this little corridor here. Very close. Still a close race. Anything can happen. It's still a very close race.
Dagit here in Wily 3, which I believe is the shortest of the Wily stages, correct?
Oh, it certainly is. I mean, if you're not counting Wily 6.
Well, no, I'm not.
Also, some crash music. The sprite here in the splash animation sprite tells me that there might be some drills in his future.
Oh no!
And there are drills.
Possibly one of the worst things to... Uh-oh.
Oh
Nope.
no! Dagit makes the mistake of using Time Stopper and then hits a drill, meaning he cannot pause buffer across that gap. Oof, that's unfortunate. I think I might have stayed into the water. The drills actually don't penetrate the water.
I did not know that. This is... Oh!
All right, he makes it through clean the second time, but he did give back a lot of time to Ren, so Ren is still in the running here. I think Ren also discovering quick boomerang, so
He did. I think he found Leaf Shield, but I don't know how the energy usage profile was for it.
If it's not a one-hit, one-kill Leaf Shield, it's not worth using. Ren taking a quick pit stop to fill up, and hopefully also seeing that drills are in his future.
Wow, Dagit used, uh-oh. Is he going to be able to pull this off? Wow.
Oh my gosh, I was holding my breath because, to be honest, he could have just floated over and used his iframes to jump off the spike, but by pause buffering, he actually expended his iframes, so I wasn't sure if he was going to make it or not, but thankfully pulls that off. That was clutch, if I could use that word in the best sense here.
That was extremely clutch.
I haven't seen a hover like that on the side of a Zelda game. I haven't seen a hover like that since Andy did it across, you know, I don't know, Hookshot Cave.
Let's see what RenHero finds for the weakness. Dagit used, like I said, Air Shooter to great effect.
Ren finding Air Shooter right away. So it looks like Dagit is making our way through anxiety rooms with fat fans. This could spell trouble in the next room. Hopefully they are weak to Metal Blade or Leaf Shield, because you might want to kill them before dropping down or using your item too.
And there they are.
Luckily, they are indeed weak to Metal Blade. Alright, Dagit pause buffering his way over to the screen transition. While Ren is making his way up the climb, nearing our anxiety rooms, he is going to discover the fat fans in short order.
Did we identify a wall weakness yet, or are we still going to have to hunt for that?
I don't remember finding a wall weakness. Depending on whether or not Boo Beam is weak to metal and or wood, we might be hunting. Well, it's not metal. And it is not Leaf Shield, so we are hunting for a wall weakness.
RenHero is going to take the damage boost off of that fat fan, run over to item 1, and he is through that second anxiety room.
And it looks like our wall weakness must be crash bombs.
We've tried everything else.
I get wisely taking an E-tank. No need to die to boo beams. And once again, bubble is our weakness. RenHero coming into the fight right now. Let's see how fast Ren can find this weakness for the walls and for boo beam.
Ren also testing those, quote, god weaknesses of metal and leaf shield.
Air being a total bro for Dagit right now. Looks like Ren has found our weakness of crash bombs to the walls. So let's see how fast he can take out Boo Beam.
There's the bubbles. Of course, a big debate exists whether to go counterclockwise or clockwise. To Squidman, it's not a debate. It is definitely counterclockwise.
Oh, absolutely. There's not a choice here. It's counterclockwise.
I think both of our eyes are just peeled watching these two players.
Absolutely. Dagit looking like he's hunting for weaknesses. He tried to find weaknesses before when he faced Heat first. Remember, it was his first boss of this seed. So now he is just trying to see if he can find a weakness.
Oh, he finds Crash.
He needs to take an E-tank. He's gonna take damage. Whew, that was close. All right, looks like Ren is through two Robot Masters. Dagit is just on his last.
Nice work there.
And we shall see if the machine is in fact Buster Weak. Ah, boo, it is again.
Unacceptable. Reroll.
Dagit filling up his crash bombs. I'm not sure that's enough crash bomb to take out the alien if it was weak to crash. So we'll see what happens. Yes. Clockwise is incorrect. These runners, being runners of honor, going counterclockwise. Looks like we got some bubble music in Wily 6. Unusual, but I like it. Remember, Ren did find that pretty good weakness to Woodman in metal. And he is also onto his machine fight as Dagit is facing off against the wily alien.
Yet another close race between these two. I love how Bubble makes the atomic fire sound.
Oof, and GG to Dagit.
Dagit
finishes race 3 and wins this matchup against RenHero with an SRL time of 35 minutes flat.
We're gonna watch RenHero finish off his alien fight here, as he's gonna start his weakness hunting.
Ren does not tend to go to page 2, so he might find this weakness pretty soon. Oh wow,
And he
found
does.
it pretty much immediately.
And
All right.
GG's for RenHero.
GG to Ren. He finishes up race 3 with an SRL time of 35:54. And it looks like that is it for our matches tonight. Dagit taking this best of 3. And he will move on. Who is he facing off against, Tech?
He is either going to be facing off against Metalo or Krebelstar.
Both of
One
those
of the
are
two.
very challenging players.
And speaking of challenging players, we've got Daggett and Hero.
Love that segue. What a segue, yeah. GG's, man. That was nuts.
Perfect segue.
GG. What did you think of that second seed? Because I thought that Buster Immune Crabs and fans in Air Stage is like a war crime.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it. No, I am gonna say it. I did.
It was
wish
totally
for
our fault.
I did wish. I'm not even joking here. I did wish for Buster Immune Crabs in Air Stage, and it was granted.
Ugh.
And I'm very sorry. I should have used my wish for the greater good, but instead I used it for trolling.
Yeah, you did.
Don't believe Squid. He was relishing in your anguish.
Listen. One man's relish is another man's mustard. So, yeah, I do believe that air stage really made the difference between you guys in game 2. If it weren't for those deaths, I think you ended up taking 3 deaths in air stage in game 2. Those 3 deaths actually ended up making quite a difference. So, air stage, never to be taken lightly.
Yeah, I mean, I even golded Wily 4 in that one. So, you know, my castles were great. I just could not catch up from the deficit I created by game overing in air.
Yeah, that game 3 was pretty cool. Both of you started off with very favorable stages, no resets. I think Daggett, you picked Flash, and Ren picked Bubble. And the interesting part about that was that both of those stages actually had items at the end. I think Bubble had item 1 and Flash had item 3. So we were very even on luck going into seed 3 here. The major difference there was just a few missteps, a few deaths here and there. That kind of caused the race to swing.
Yeah, so I want to comment on my death at the end of Bubble. So it's kind of an interesting thing. I thought in my head, oh, maybe if I pause buffer, I can get over further and then I won't suffer a double knockback. But then what ended up being what killed me was that when you pause buffer, like when you open and close a menu, the game advances about 4 frames. So you lose about 4 frames of your iframes. And so by menuing like 3 times, I lost like 12 frames of iframes and took a hit and fell in the pit. Because if you notice, the second time I got there, same exact situation, and I just went through it without pause buffering, and it was fine.
As a matter of fact, I commented almost exactly what you just described.
Okay.
How the pause buffering actually worked against you in Bubble stage, and then the second time around, you did not pause buffer at all and made it completely through that enemy.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a pretty unfortunate one. That was probably the biggest time loss of that seed, was the death in Bubble. I think the only other deaths of note, Ren, I believe you ended up dying in the anxiety. Was it the anxiety rooms in one of the seeds, or was it the 3rd seed there?
I
missed the ladder in Wily 2 on
Oh,
the
you
third
missed
seed.
it. Oh, that was it. Okay.
And then at the top of Woodman, I kind of just missed the last jump and fell where you would normally die in Goodwood. So
Right.
yeah, that was completely the difference.
I was not sure what happened there. It looks like you jumped, but then kept going, and we were all very,
Yeah.
very like, what happened? We were confused. What happened? He just like kind of walked off the edge.
I wish I had an explanation for that one. I'm gonna go ahead and blame it on my emulator and or my controller. It ate my input. We'll go with that.
Oh, definitely, it was the controller. It was definitely the controller.
It's always a controller.
Mega Man games have been known to eat inputs, so I like that excuse.
It's a good one. So yeah, those are really great races. Very close. I think the first race, just 30 seconds between you guys. The second race, a little bit more deaths in air, kind of bigger gap. For the second one. The third race, yeah, pretty close still. I think it was less than a minute between you guys. So really exciting races. Very fun to watch.
I really didn't know what to do after. I think I was out of ammo for 1 or 2 weapons going into the alien and the third seed, and it was just like, or going into the Wily machine fight. Because like on Bubble, I was just spamming air. It wasn't or metal. It wasn't a good weakness, but it just kept him off of you. And ran out of metal because of it. And I was really like, oh geez, what if it's metal or crash? Then I'm gonna have to die.
Right. I think I saw you refill Crash Bomb, and I thought to myself, and I said out loud, I don't think there's enough Crash Bomb to defeat the alien if it was weak to Crash Bomb. So we'll have to see what happens.
I wanted the other capsule, but I couldn't get it and kill the machine. It turned out. But
what is more important?
My thought process was, well, at least some energy means that I can test it. And if it, like, go into the battle, test my low energy weapons first, and if it's one of those, game over quickly, right? Or not game over, but die quickly.
That does make sense, and definitely better to finish the Wily fight or the machine fight than to sacrifice that for an energy capsule.
Right. Well, that was great seeds, Ren. Thanks for racing. That was very close and exciting, and I know I'm going to have a good time watching those back.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to have to kind of avert my eyes when when I missed the inputs, but other than that, yeah, no, I can't wait to look at the VOD. That was a fun one.
Just skip past Wood Stage. It's all okay. It's okay. It never happened.
And I'm a little disappointed because I think up before this race, I think I only had 2 rounds in the whole tournament where I didn't get heat first. So I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't have any heat first this time, and we raced 3 times.
Right, you did get heat second in one of those seeds, and I was I was happy to see that your heat stages were actually not trolly. They were pretty fair. I believe you did get double knockbacked into a pit, but they were still pretty fair.
Yeah, they weren't. Yeah, air was the evil one this time around.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Tech, do you have any other questions?
No, thank you guys for making the time to race tonight for all of us. It was definitely a lot of fun. Squid, thanks for commentating. It was always a pleasure to work with you and talk trash about everybody when we're not actually playing the game.
Likewise, Tech. I think Daggett will appreciate all the puns I put into those seeds too. All right. Well, any last words, Daggett, Ren?
It's been a pleasure to race with you, Ren. Look forward to racing with you next year.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. I think this is it for me for the tournament, so I will take the opportunity to thank SpeedGaming for hosting all of the tournament games. I'd like to thank Charlie Boy for organizing it. Thank you to all of the people behind the scenes getting the races going. Thank you to all the commentators, without which the races would be a little less fun to watch. The unsung hero, though I guess we're saying unsung hero so often that at this point he has gotten his due. 2% Chungus on the tracker for pretty much every single race this tournament so far. Mega shoutouts to you, sir.
He says he's actually been sung once. Well, you know what? Just keep it to yourself. The perpetrator was banned forever from karaoke night.
All right, well, if that is it, I think that's a wrap for us. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time for the next randomizer race.
All right,
Thanks,
have a
everyone.
good night, everyone.
Yeah, good night.